Welcome to Cruise on Demand, where cruising smart is always on the itinerary. I'm your host, Tina Altman. Today we just checked into Carnival Horizon, and we're in room 2272. You know we love an interior cabin, and that's exactly what we booked for this cruise, but we got a call from the upgrade ferry just last week and decided to take her up on her offer. So we actually got moved to this cabin, which is a balcony cabin, but it's a different kind of balcony cabin. I'm gonna go ahead and walk you through the cabin. We have actually just walked into this room and really don't even know what to expect either. It is way more spacious than a lot of other balcony rooms on Carnival, especially Carnival Horizon, but you lose it in the balcony, and you'll see that in a second. So as soon as you walk in, it is one of the cabins that you do have to have a key to keep the lights on. So that's right up here, and you turn it on. And then to your right in this cabin is your bathroom. It's your typical Carnival bathroom. Come on in. No surprises here. We have our shower curtain. And if you're new to the shower curtains, I like to put magnets on the curtains and then onto the walls, and they'll keep it from sticking to you when you take a shower. So as much as everybody hates the cloth ones, it's not as bad when you use that trick. Typical Carnival shampoo and conditioner. And then swing on over here. It's actually a little smaller on counter space. We must have sacrificed that for the extra space in the room. But we don't use the bathroom a whole bunch for counter space, so we'll be fine. So this is our bathroom. Once we use it this week, what I do is I tour the room when we first walk in, and then the second half of the video, if you're interested in how we used it, you'll see that in the second half. Let's go and look at the closets. So in this cabin, it looks like we have 3 closets. The first one is a full body, and it looks like somebody left us a whole bunch of plastic hangers. So we'll have plenty of hangers for this trip. And then this one's a divided one, so you have the top and the bottom. Depending on what's in the next cabinet, we'll be using this probably for our dirty laundry, and then our short outfits and our dresses and stuff over there. And then the third cabinet, I'm gonna guess, yep. Third cabinet has our safe. So if we wanna make popcorn later, cruising with Jen, we'll be able to make popcorn on this cruise. And it's got 2 other shelves and then 3 drawers down at the bottom. I like the drawers, not all the cruise ships have them. Then to our right, we have the bed. It's actually the couch, sorry. It's a really long couch, can convert into a bed. And then a table. You know us, we tend to ask them to get rid of those tables. If there's any furniture you don't like, they will remove it from the room. We may or may not ask them to take that. The vanity over here has your 3 shelves. Pretty small mirror compared to what we're used to seeing, but it does light up. It's got 2 USBs, 2 US outlets, 120 volt, and then 1 230 European volt. We do bring both our European outlets and our US outlets. It's got a drawer with the dryer, hair dryer. That was sticky, so that's not clean. A bench down there to sit, and then this will be your cooler. And then we'll go ahead and swing over here, and we'll see the bedroom layout. So closets, bathroom, little seating living room area, and here's our bed. 2 twins pushed together. And then we're gonna walk out into the balcony. Now it is really loud out there, so I may shoot this later, as well as shooting the whole room again once we've lived in it. Now that we're away from that noisy port, I thought we'd try again to looking at this Cove balcony. Why don't you come outside with me? Well, first we're gonna look at the window. So the first thing you'll notice is rather than having a large door or a sliding glass door, you actually have more of a porthole window. I think we saw that before. And then we're gonna have a little door. Let's go outside. They call this a Cove balcony because of this rounded Cove balcony that you have here versus having it being a straight standing balcony or a glass top. It does seem to be a bit smaller than a lot of other balconies, but it does still have 2 chairs and a table. So it could just be deceiving because of the slant and the cove shape itself, but it still gives you a beautiful ocean view. So it has been 5 days that we've spent on the Carnival Horizon in room 2272. Now that we've been in the room for 5 days, we're gonna walk you back through how we utilize the room and what we found that was positive and negative about the room as we go. So first off, gotta have your magnet hooks. We always put our magnet hooks right by the door for our lanyards, so that way we can remember where they are and pull them out as we walk out the door. If you ever do forget your lanyard, you have to go to the customer service and get them to give you a new key or to let you in your room unless your room steward's close by, and those lines can get long. We also have a hook up here by the door where we usually put our bag of stuff that we bring around, like the gimbal that we use to film and our battery packs to charge our phones and things like that. Remember, this room and all the rooms on Carnival Horizon do require an extra key to keep the lights on in the room. We're going to leave this one here. It was already here when we got here. If you can't figure out how to turn on your lights when you first get in the room, if there's nothing in here, you won't be able to turn them on, so you have to put your room key in here. Next, we'll tell you how we use the 3 cabinets. So the closet cabinets, the first one is the long one where you can put all your longer clothes. We did hang up all longer clothes, kept our shoes down at the bottom. It's also where the long mirror is. I did fold my dresses so that way I could hang them here without them touching the floor. The second cabinet or closet has the shorter shelving unit where we still hung up a lot of our shorter stuff, and again folded up my dresses, and we put our dirty clothes on the bottom. We have done laundry once since being on the ship on the 6 days, and we will probably do it again today before we leave, because this entire ship smells like cigarette smoke, and we don't smoke. So to pack up all of our clothes, put them in suitcases and in packing cubes that they're gonna have smoke residue, we'll probably wash it before we pack, so that way we're not packing all of our stuff and making it smell like smoke permanently. The last closet cabinet, again, had multiple shelving units, so we put a lot of the stuff that we're gonna grab constantly, like bathing suits, pajamas, put all of our extra wires, I don't like to keep wires laying around, and some of my other recording stuff up here, extra clothes that we're gonna use again, stuff that we're grabbing frequently, and then socks, underwear, and then excursion stuff on the bottom shelf. So we only use that once because we only had 2 stops. Well, we had 3 originally, but because of Hurricane Melissa, we didn't go to Jamaica. Went to Grand Cayman, but we didn't get off there because we didn't plan to. And then we only got off at Cozumel, so we only used that stuff once. So now let's go and look and see how we use the bathroom. It's been your standard Carnival bathroom. Toilet right behind me, shower with a curtain rod. For the shelving units, we just put a lot of our normal bathroom stuff on the shelving units. And we always ask for extra towels, so usually we have 3 or 4 for us in here, and he's kept them pretty stocked the whole time. So you come into the bathroom, on the right you have the couch. This is something we would not have had we not upgraded. So we had booked an interior cabin for just the 2 of us, so it would have just been pretty much the closets when you walk in, but this space would all be gone, and what I'm about to show you would have probably been more like in line with in front of the bed. So we get this whole extra living type space, which was a huge benefit for a 6-day cruise. Then on the other side, where the cabinets are from the bathroom, you have your mini fridge, which we use to keep a couple things cold, like our aloe and our vitamins that need to be refrigerated. This top, I use more for a working space, but it obviously could be used as a vanity as well with the lights around the mirror. The shelving units, this one is really a waste of space. I am 5'3", you can see I can touch it and I can grab things from it, but I really wouldn't be able to see anything that's up there. Even my husband, who's 5'10", would not be able to see what is up there, but obviously can grab stuff easier. This shelf is really a wasted shelf, so you really only have 2 good shelves that you can use. One thing I tell everyone to always bring on a cruise is a fan. If you do not have a portable fan, or if you are flying in and you don't want to have to grab a fan, you can ask your room steward for a fan as soon as you get onto the ship, but they are limited, and I think when I have asked for them, probably only got them like 50% of the time. The rest of the time they've already given out as many as they have. We did not like we probably showed you in the first half of this video, we did not like the table that they had in front of the couch. So we asked them to remove it, which I have had room stewards remove furniture before, but he said here on the Horizon, they do not remove furniture. So he had a little way that he put it right under there, it fit perfectly, and then the chair just went to the side. I was nervous that we would hit that walking through, but we did not. So it was a perfect way to get rid of the furniture. You'll see that we have some clothes down there as well. We did that because the entire ship, again, smells like cigarette smoke, and we didn't want to stick that under with the dirty clothes. So we would stick some stuff down there so that way the rest of the clothes wouldn't smell like smoke. Let's move on into the bedroom area. As soon as we get to every cruise, we always ask our room steward for extra pillows. So you see we got extra pillows as well as packing and bringing one of our own. We did not ask for a bed topper this time, and I will say in about day 3 I regretted that. So if you're staying in room 2272 on the Carnival Horizon, as soon as you get here, I would ask for a mattress topper, so that way the bed's a little more cushioning. But other than that, we really enjoyed the room. The bed was very comfortable for the most part. We enjoyed the extra space that we would have gotten versus the interior. And the bath always had hot water running. So those are 3 things that are important to us. For sleep, we did have to, one day I'll have to record what we do. We did have to take a towel and lay it over the TV so that way we could block this red light that was coming out. And then we took towels and laid them over the vanity where all of the stuff that had lights on were, because we do like a pitch black room. As far as the door, there was only a small crack, but because of where the bed is, it wasn't really very impactful on our sleep. Before we end this, let's go out on the balcony. One thing we did here on the balcony is we did rearrange it, and I'll show you that in a second. We put all of the furniture on that side to kind of give us a little more space out here, because rather than sitting on the balcony, we tend to hang over and look out the balcony or film out the balcony. So we did rearrange the furniture. We put it right over here against the wall. So even still, if you wanted to look out at the sea, you still could sit here and get a great view of the ocean. But again, we typically hang it over here. The balcony was great. I love the Cove Balcony. I was a little concerned in the beginning because I knew we wouldn't have a straight out view. It's got this little nook or cove. But the only negative was when the seas were really rocky when we were first heading out and there was still a little impact from Hurricane Melissa. The grounds were constantly wet. But since coming back in the opposite direction, heading from the Jamaica area back up to Miami, the deck's been dry. And so overall, getting this balcony, this Cove Balcony in 2272 was a great upgrade.
Thanks for cruising with me today. Check out the next video YouTube recommends. And as always, until next time, keep on cruising.